Q1. Why may debts be collected from a foreigner but not from a brother? A. Because the release in the sabbatical year is a covenant privilege given to God's chosen people, not a universal social policy. The foreigner is outside the covenant and does not live under its law, and therefore does not share in this covenantal mercy. Q2. That there be no poor among you. Is this a command, a promise, or a statement? A. Interpreters often see three possibilities. 1. A command requiring that no brother be left in poverty without help. 2. A promise that obedience will bring divine blessing and reduce poverty. 3. A statement that the presence of the poor provides opportunities for charity. Calvin moves beyond these grammatical categories and treats it as a covenantal declaration of responsibility. God does not permit his people, through coldness or selfishness, to allow a brother to fall into extreme poverty. Therefore, when poverty appears, the people must respond with mercy and trust in God's provision. Q3. Does the poor here refer to all poor people? A. No. It primarily refers to those in extreme poverty, those who cannot sustain life, like the people in Amos who were sold for a pair of sandals, meaning they had reached the edge of survival. Q4. Why does God connect helping the poor with his blessing? A. To remove human excuses. People fear that giving will leave them with less. God promises that the generous will not lack. Rather, greater provision will arise within them so they may continue to do good. Q5. How does Paul's teaching in 2 Corinthians relate to this law? A. Paul applies the same principle. Whoever sows generously will reap generously. God supplies seed to the sower and increases the harvest of righteousness, enabling continued generosity. Q6. What is the central teaching of this law? A. God requires his people to sustain one another in covenant love so that no one is crushed by neglect, and to trust his provision rather than fear loss through giving. Q7. What is the spiritual principle for believers? A. True generosity is not giving from surplus but from faith. Helping the needy is participation in the flow of God's blessing, not the loss of resources.